Hey y'all, what's up? This is Jesse Both in the 19th hole, and I'm here to play a pro run-through on one of my pro accounts. We're going to watch some of my opponent's shots, but for the most part, we're just going to watch my shots, and I'm going to talk you through the way I played this round. So we've got hole number 1 to start things off, and this is a par number 5, and we're going to play this one to the right side, and we're actually going to use a rock here. I'm going to show you the way to play this one conservative on the drive and leave yourself a very nice shot with a sniper for your second shot. Here we're going to see my opponent play his shot to the left, a little bit more risky shot. He's going to try to drive over the water with his Apocalypse. You can also do this going to the right side with full top spin if you want to jump that creek. I would probably advise to bring a better ball, maybe like a Titan ball or a Power 4 ball, if you do want to go with more of the power shot off the tee. He hits it great right and is actually going to get fairly lucky on the bounce right there, and he's going to leave himself a manageable shot for the second shot. A very good drive right there. For me, you're going to see me play this one more of a finesse type shot off the tee box here. You're going to see me playing it with, pretty much one bar of top spin and full left spin here. And we're going to play this one about, we're only going to play this one at about a 7-ring adjustment. I'm pretty sure that's what I went with. No, we went with the 8.3. So we went with the full adjustment, about 1 mile per hour per ring for the rock. And we went with the left curl. All we're trying to do is get this ball up around that corner. And as you see, we have plenty of room. We could have probably gone with that extra bar of top spin as well that we took off and been okay. So as you can see, we used the rock. You could also use the quarterback there if you want to play that type of shot. So you see my opponent's getting ready to take his second shot. He did all that work to get him really close, and now, as you can see, he's in between clubs with the backbone and a sniper. If you are going to play that shot to the left, I would recommend bringing at least the Guardian. That way, if he was in this situation, he could be going with the full backspin shot. Either that, or he needs to try to jump that ball in front of that rough with some topspin over to the green. He just has found himself in a really tight spot right here in between clubs, and not a lot of options. Definitely not a much of a chance at all for the Albatross. He's going to have to scramble just to get himself in position for the eagle. So as you see, he hits his ball. He does use as much backspin as he has, and he's able to stay on the fringe. So that's good for him. He will have a pretty decent makeable chip for the eagle. So for me, I have pretty much a straight tailwind behind me. I have a sniper, and it's at pretty much max power. We're going to go with some backspin here, about 4 bars. Actually not 4 bars, about 2 bars of backspin, and from there we're going to just kind of move our shot around to in line with the hole. We're going to go about 7.6 rings on this one. Pretty much playing this a straight up 1-to-1 adjustment for the sniper, and if we hit it perfect, we do hit that one perfect. Let's see where we go. Rolling, looking really nice. Ooh, good try right there. In my opinion, that one's probably the best chance of getting the Albatross, playing it from that route. I just need to play that one a little bit more in line with the hole and not off to the right-hand edge, I guess. Sometimes that shot at the right edge is going to fall, though. It just depends on the bounce that you get. So my opponent right here trying to chip in for the eagle, hits it perfect, and he puts it in the hole. Nice eagle there from my opponent. We're going to make our easy little eagle putt as well. And we're going to get the eagle on hole number 1. Definitely a hole that you got to get the eagle on for sure, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. You got to get the eagle on this one. But I definitely like going to the right. I think it gives you a better opportunity and chance at getting the Albatross. That's my opinion. We're actually going to stick around and watch this shootout here, and watch how it's played. We're going to play it up the middle with the sniper. Both of us will be playing with the sniper here on this one. And as you see, my opponent's going to play this one with about 3 bars of backspin. And he's going to play his shot with full right spin. See how he ends up right here. Hits it great to the right. So whatever his shot does right here is not really a true example of what it may have done if he had hit a perfect shot. He ends up with a really good shot close to the pin, but I don't know that that's a shot that he can consistently. It's not a shot that he consistently repeat. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go with about a little about 3.5 bars of backspin, a little bit of right spin to straighten that ball path out, and then we're going to move this shot about 6.2 rings. We were incorrect with our adjustment right there. We should have played that shot at a min level adjustment, which was definitely not 6.2 rings. So definitely don't adjust your shot like I adjusted my shot right there. Play that shot at min level adjustment. So here we go. Hole number 2 is up next. Hole number 2 is a par 4. And definitely one of those holes where I feel like you got to get the eagle on it. If you don't get the eagle on it, you're really going to be losing a stroke on the field. Because anybody that's going to be doing something in this tournament is going to be getting the eagle on this hole. It's quite a downhill shot over water, so I would suggest playing this one at about probably 20 to 30% of extra adjustment on your shot. So let's see what we're going to do. I do have a Thor 3, so my extra mile 7 is actually a better club to use. As far as the backspin and the curl go hand in hand. So we're going to do this one with the extra mile and a Titan ball. So about 1.6 miles per hour per ring, full back, full left spin. We want the edge of that bar to be just over the tip of that bunker. So we're going to play this one at, we're going to adjust up into power, and then we're going to pull our shot back about 5 rings or so. As you're going to see, we're going to go with our full left curl. We do hit that one perfect. And from the looks of it, I could have probably gone back about 1 more ring adjustment right there. We still end up with a pretty good shot, and we're going to be right there on the edge of the fringe with a pretty easy chip in. If you do have a little bit higher of a club, like a Thor 4, I would definitely recommend using that. That extra backspin will definitely help improve your standing for that shot right there. So here we go. We got the Firefly. We're going to put a little backspin on this thing. Line it up with the hole. And hit it. Let's see what we get. Perfect shot. Perfect roll. Good eagle right there. So we get through hole number 2 with the eagle. So we go eagle, eagle on holes 1 and 2. And up next is hole number 3, which is going to be a par 3, our first par 3 of the night. Hole number 2, you could also try a rough bump on that hole. I think the shot over the bunker that we played is probably the best way to play that hole. But you can play a rough bump on that hole as well. If you want to play the rough bump, you're going to need about 2 bars of topspin, 3 to 4 bars of right spin, and a little bit of curl on that shot for the rough bump. So just keep that in mind if you want to play the rough bump. So here we go, hole number 3. We're going to watch my opponent play his shot because he is going to play his shot up there close to the edge of the green with a sniper. He's going with the katana ball. You're going to use full backspin on this shot right here. There you go, full backspin, right spin. And you got to aim that ball up with the hole. Depending on what kind of level sniper you have, a level 10 sniper would be really nice on this hole. But he's got a level 9. He's going to put a little bit of left curl in this one to counteract the wind. and he hits this one perfect. This one should come in fairly nicely. Nice clean bounce right there. Just not quite enough backspin right there on that one to make it happen, but still a pretty good shot right there from my opponent. We're going to play this one with the Goliath here from the far back. What we're going to do is we're actually going to put a couple bars of topspin on this one. And it's right there, you see we kind of found a sweet spot right there in the green. So we want to stay with that, and we're going to adjust about almost just about 4 rings of adjustment, 2 miles per hour per ring for the Goliath. And are we going to hit a perfect? No, we're not going to hit a perfect. We're going to hit a great right. So the shot right here will not be completely on line like it would have been with a perfect. But we're still going to get a really nice roll and leave ourselves a very easy putt for the birdie. So either way, even with a great, as you see, that path does put you in a pretty good position. If you hit a perfect right there, really good chance, I think, to get the ace on this hole. Play it like my opponent played it. Maybe a little bit tougher of an ace shot right there, but definitely a good way to still stick it close for the birdie. You definitely don't want to go short on this hole because you don't want to be putting up the hill of the green. Going a little bit long is okay as long as you don't go too long. So, figure out a way to play that hole that gives you the best chance at the ace, but does not put you in trouble for a possible par. And that would be a round killer if you got the par on that hole. So here we go, hole number 4. And this is a par 4. Definitely a hole where you have a good chance of getting the eagle. I'm sure there are going to be some people that get it to drop. I feel like I should get it to drop during the week and the weekend as well. But definitely a hole that your round will not be over if you don't get the eagle. So you want to make sure you get the birdie for sure. I like to play this one with the Thor. I like the added accuracy, as you see right here. I do not know what happened, but it was kind of messed up. I was kind of wondering if I was ever going to get the shot off or not. We went full top spin, full left spin on this shot, and we're going to aim this shot up right there. Full top spin, 2 or 3 bars of left spin. As you're going to see when I take my shot, I didn't really need full top spin. As you can see, we end up in a pretty good spot right there. We're going to get a really nice bounce off that pad. And didn't hit the tree or anything. Rolled straight through the fairway. And right there, we're going to put ourselves in position for a short iron with our Hornet. I would like to suggest the Hornet for this hole. I'm usually more of a Thorn kind of guy, but I think the Hornet is a good choice for this hole. So we're going to go 3 backspin. We're going to go with right spin just enough to line the ball guide up with the hole. And we're actually going to aim to the right edge of the hole and about 1 square short. From here, we're going to adjust this one about 5.7 rings. Just kind of eyeball that one. And if we can hit a perfect, we have a really good chance. Oh man, we've got a case of the greats today, it seems. As you see, we hit it great. We miss it just barely. Great right. I think a perfect one right there has got us in the hole, and we're going to be slinging the birdie. Slinging an eagle on this one when it comes into the opening round and the weekend rounds. Feel pretty good about this hole and a second shot on it. Taking that approach right there. So here we go. Next hole, number 5. Hole number 5, we're going to be going with the Kingmaker and an extra mile. If you do have at least a level 4 Thor, you could go with the Thor on this hole. We're going to play a 10%, plus 10% on the drive, and then we're going to play minus 10% on the second shot. The second shot's uphill, the drive is downhill. Okay? So what I like to do right here is I like my ball guide to extend to the right side of that second bunker. And like that right there, as you see my ball guide, that's where I want to land. So about 1 ring into overpower. So with this adjustment right here, we got to adjust about 2.7, but we're actually going to move that to about 1.7 so that that ball will automatically go that extra ring into overpower. So we're kind of adding that that extra ring by not adjusting fully for the shot. Normally we should have adjusted 2.7. We only adjusted 1.7. So by doing that, we actually bumped the landing zone of our ball 1 ring forward. And as you see right there, a little bit of right curl and perfect shot. That's how we want to play this hole. If we could do that every single time, I would definitely be a happy guy. So let's watch my opponent take their shot right there. I feel like this is an important shot in the tournament to master, so seeing it performed as many times as possible is definitely a good thing. So let's see how my opponent is going to play his. He's going to play his with not much topspin at all. The only reason I like that little bit of extra topspin, about 2 to 3 rings, is just in case I do catch that rough on the back edge of that bunker. Then it would still roll out onto the fairway. As you see my opponent, he's going to make a good shot right here with his drive as well. And him and I are both going to be sitting in very good locations for that albatross chance. Yes, that's right, an albatross chance. You can go at this shot with the Guardian or the Sniper. I would say at least level 8 Sniper. So we're going to be playing this one pretty much at maximum distance Guardian, as you could see. With a tailwind here, we're going to play this one at 4 bars of backspin. And we're just going to try to aim this one second bounce off the edge of the fairway. That kind of helps deaden the ball. As you can see right there, we try to line it up as good as we can. Don't forget we're playing this uphill, so you have to subtract 10% from the shot. And another great. We just can't hit that perfect shot today, and it's definitely costing us some strokes, I feel. We got a good, nice roll right there. Pretty much pin high, you know, perfect ball right there is going to be putting me really, really close right there to that albatross. So I like the adjustment right there for this hole. I'm probably going to stick with the Guardian for this shot over the Sniper. As you see, my opponent right here is only going to put 2 bars of backspin on this shot. With the tailwind, you got to put a little bit extra backspin because that wind is actually going to push your shot a little bit further than it normally would. So that extra backspin actually helps counteract that extra tailwind in the shot. So we're going to see my opponent right here is going to make his adjustment. And if he had put the extra 2 bars of backspin on this shot, I think he would have been in a lot better situation than he was here. He hit it great to the left, but you're going to see the extra amount of spin and power that that ball had on it. Even if it was right on line with the hole, that one probably doesn't drop. 2 bars of backspin extra on that shot, though, is a good chance he's going to be right in line with the hole with perfect power. So we're going to put this one in for the eagle. Definitely want to make sure you get the eagle on this hole. And with that, we're going to move on to hole number 6. Hole number 6 right here, right away. Go into our shot. We're going to go with 2.5 backspin, full right spin. We're going to aim this shot up with the hole. We're going to actually line it up left of the hole, about 1.5 squares, because we do have a straight left to right side wind. So we're kind of going to play that one a little bit off to the side, playing the wind. So we're going to play this one now at 6.5 rings. And we hit that one perfect. Not perfect, but as you see, we get really, really close to that ace. Actually, if you go back and look at that one, I played that one at 7.5 rings. The reason for that is because I played about a 15% increase in the wind on that shot, so that is why you saw that extra 1.5 ring of adjustment right there for that shot. So instead of 6.5, I played the 7.5 because I added an additional 15% on that shot. So here we are, hole number 7. Definitely, I think, the toughest hole in the game right here. We're going to watch my opponent take his shot. He's going to take his shot going through the woods. Now, this is a shot that I've seen work for people, but it's also a flip of the coin shot. You have a good chance to hit a trunk, hit a tree, and just be really in trouble. I think I would rather take a shot either to the left, like you're going to see me play, or play it straight to the right and safe up around the corner for a nice little chip into the green instead of tipping out of the rough right here. So you're going to see me take my shot to the left. We're going to be using an extra mile for this shot and a Titan. We do want that extra power. This one's going to be playing right about a little bit over 3 rings. So we're going to take our, we're going to look off of our 3rd ring right here for our wind. 3 backspin, full right spin for this shot right here. And that's about our landed target zone, as you can see. We're going to go a little bit of overpower here on this shot and full right curl. Okay. We don't have to go too much overpower, but just enough. So we got a little bit of overpower right there. Hit that one perfect. And the only bad thing about this shot is blind coming in. We got a bounce right there. We hit right there on the fringe of the bunker just like we want, and we roll. We went with 3 backspin right there. I might go with a 2.5 backspin next time, just to get a little bit extra roll on that shot. But really, honestly, getting yourself in that position right there is a good spot to be. So we're going to take our chip right here, downhill chip. You don't really have to be perfect on a downhill chip. And we get the eagle on a very tough eagle hole. So I was very happy with that shot right there. Unfortunately for me, on this next shot, I did forget to hit the record button. It was a very well played shot. I'm going to try to talk you through it as good as I can. I went with a sniper with about 3 bars of backspin, some right spin. And when I did aim this shot, I aimed it up into the bunker. We played this shot at min range. You got to play this one at min range for the sniper. We get the nice bounce and a roll, and we almost put it in the hole. So 3 backspin. I moved my right spin until it kind of lined up the ball guide with the hole, and then I adjusted for the wind at min range. You have to adjust the wind opposite on that one, because if you turn your screen normally, like you normally do, you'll be blind to your adjustments. So when you do adjust for hole number 8, be sure to go with an opposite wind. Instead of pulling your shot back for the adjustment, push it forward. That will help you a lot in your adjustment. So here we are, hole number 9. This is a par 5. I would play this one at a 20% wind increase. And as you see right here, we're aiming this one about full left spin and 3 bars of top spin. We adjust this one for the wind, and we hit this one great left. Where we had it played on the adjustment is pretty much great proofed. That's the reason why I don't put any kind of curl onto that shot. And as you see, we still end up in a pretty good spot right there. Good enough downwind where we'll be able to use our sniper. I'm going with the sniper for the second shot because of the ball guide. It gives me a little bit better of a chance at getting the albatross. But if you do want to take a club with a little bit more power, definitely would not blame you for that if you got a cataclysm or even a big dog possibly. Definitely better safe than sorry, because you do want to make sure you get the eagle here on this hole. As you see right here, I'm pulling my shot into overpower about 7 rings forward where the wind will take me, and I'm trying to get that spin correctly where I get all the way to the hole. So here we're just going to take pretty much a regular power shot. We hit it perfect. We know that wind's going to carry us about 6 to 7 rings farther than what we had thought. We get the roll, and are we going to get it? No, we are not, but we are pretty close right there, and I would say distance-wise, we had that one about spot on. So we can take the measurements and the adjustments that we made right there, make a few adjustments to them, and give ourselves a really good chance to run for the albatross right there. I did put a little bit of right spin on that shot as well. So if you go back and watch the spin, I think there was a little bit of right spin on it as well. So anyways, y'all, that's the 9 holes, quick version. Hopefully you all can watch this video and learn a few things. We got a minus 14. Came really close on 2 of the par 3s. And also on hole number 4, we came really close to the eagle on that as well. Came close to a couple albatrosses and still managed to get a minus 14. So I hate to say it, but this may be a tournament where minus 31, minus 32 is going to be winning brackets. So y'all get out there, practice, get those shots down, sink some albatrosses, win you a gold, and then check us out on Golf Clash the 19th Hole on Facebook, and make sure to hit that sub button. And y'all have a good day, and y'all have a good luck in your qualifying. All right, later.